Ok? Eu vou simplesmente dizer uma coisa que está perto importante de coisa dos idiomas, particularmente vocabulário. Quando em inglês vocês usam a terminologia keyboard warrior, que vocês estão falando? Que vocês estão falando quando vocês dizem keyboard warrior? Sim? Keyboard warrior, que vocês estão falando? Vocês estão falando que o homem somente está teclando. Ok. Se o homem está teclando e o homem está fazendo content, ele somente está teclando também. E eles que estão fazendo comentários, eles estão fazendo comentários também. Assim, é um keyboard warrior e um keyboard warrior. Em dois lados são keyboard warriors. Não somente porque a pessoa está em comentário, a pessoa em comentário é um keyboard warrior. Também o criador do content também é um criador, o criador do content é um keyboard warrior também. Ok. Eu solamente quero correr e eu solamente quero a bicicleta. Pero eu posso levantar peso se é necessário. Se eu necessito preparar para combater com um outro homem, eu vou levantar e boxar e praticar por essa razão. Eu tenho um vídeo quando eu digo a Mateo, nas Filipinas, Mateo, nós vamos a Zamboanga City e boxar 3 minutos, 9 rounds. Assim, 6 pessoas han visto este vídeo. E Mateus, Sunshine Shoulders, Miguelito, nada pessoa diz, oh, ok, eu escutei que você diz que você quer combater em Zamboanga. Eu estou preto. Eu não diz, eu estou preto. Eu estou pronto. Eu estou preto, eu estou pronto. Eu não diz nada, está silêncio. Nada me diz nada. Ok? É como este. Somente porque tu tens músculos aqui, não significa nada. Quando tu vas a boxeio, todo o poder dividir de aqui e de las piernas estão e las piernas. Né? Es las piernas. Então, se tu tens muita jogadora, tu não pode mover corretamente. Eu sabe isso. Assim, a pessoa está aqui somente falando com os lábios, falando com os lábios. Mateo, em italiano, é o falar. E somente está falando com os lábios, dizendo que todo mundo são cabeças. Ele é um cabide, este homem é um cabide, ele é quase nada, eu somente tenho liberdade, eu estou mais inteligente. E quando uma pessoa diz uma coisa simples, ok, amigo, você está todo disse. 3 minutos, 9 rounds, em Zamboanga. Ele não quer dizer nada. Ele quer dizer que todos nós somos amigos. Assim, smoothly. Quando tu tens problemas com outro homem, quem não é de tempo simplesmente dizer, oh, eu vou voltar à minha família, porque minha família está muito precioso com todo isto. Que é de tempo que tu levanta os pesos, tu correr, tu monta a bicicleta e tu preparar, porque tu não sabe que o homem vai avançar contra ti escondida, escondida, na noite, no escuro, e ele vai contra você. Assim, este está o tempo a preparar e dizer a Miguelinho, Mateus, Calvin, ou Cecício de Calvin, que esse tempo dizia, eu quero brigar com você. E você pode brigar comigo. Mas nós outros vamos brigar em Zambanca. E eu e Jim sabe disso. Isso. Eu e Jim sabe isso. Claramente. Vocês estão falando como homens, mas vocês não estão preparando. Preparar. E dois tipos de homens. Um homem que está preparado para combater e um homem que não está preparado para combater. Assim, preparar. É bom falar no computador. Que é bom, mas preparar. E se Mateus, tu preparar, é bom para mim. Calvin, tu preparar realmente, não somente e come, e você está 5'8" e 210. Quem não está preparando? Jim e eu, Jim e eu são preparados. Vocês não estão preparados. Vocês somente estão homens que não estão preparados. Não está, vocês estão malos, vocês não estão malos. Vocês somente não estão preparados. E quando o principal, that the enemy of my enemy, that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Because of that, I can not like Calvin. I cannot like Matt. I cannot like Mike. I cannot like Smooth Lee. I cannot like Sick Grandpa. I cannot like Old Dog. I cannot like the guy across the street, the people next door. But when everything coalesces and I realize, hey, I need them. Because there's a bigger enemy out there. So now I've got to be with them. And if they're prepared to battle me, they can battle them. But if I say to them, hey, if I do a Smooth Lee and say, hey, you don't have to have conflict with me. You don't have to fight me. I'm going to give up. I'm just going to go home and take care of my kids. If you have that attitude, then none of us can advance. We can advance in conflict. Unfortunately, that means that somebody is going to live in conflict and somebody is going to die in conflict. And that's fine. That's nature. That's nature. That's brutal, cruel nature. But we have the laws of nature, the laws of man, and the laws of God to protect ourselves. So get out there and prepare. Learn Tagalog. Learn Italian. Learn to talk to these women. Stop jumping on the internet saying, oh, I was fooled. I was fooled. How in the hell do you think here in Mexico I'm going to be smarter than 120 million people just just speaking English? And I can't make legitimate friendships. Como eu posso voltar ao Brasil e eu não posso falar? Eu não posso falar português. Como? Eko. Eko balikbayan. Eko balikbayan. Hindi sabe Tagalog. Ano. Ano. Gayan. Impossible. Now, Gayan is, I got that one verb messed up, and it's gal. Oh, como galen is galen. Galen is the word. See, get ready. And these little conflicts that you have on the internet, that helps you. That doesn't hurt you smoothly. That helps you. That helps you to get your mind prepared. And that helps you to get your body prepared. Just be prepared. Be prepared to do battle with Mike. Be prepared to do physical battle with Calvin. Be prepared to do physical battle with Mike. Big Jim understands that. He's a primetime Michiganian, straight from the Kronk Gym. He understands what manhood is about. You don't have to fight everybody, but you have to be prepared to fight everybody. That's the difference. I haven't won a fight in my life, but that doesn't mean that I have to be afraid to die fighting. So for those of you who are tossing around that keyboard warrior bullshit, that's bullshit. On both sides of that keyboard, on both sides of that screen, you have people that are passive, that just want to run their mouth and don't want to do anything. That's the content creator. And you have the people that are commenting, and they don't want to do anything either. And the simple thing of it is just give a challenge. Hey, Matt, you want to run your mouth? See you in Zamboanga City. 3-minute rounds, total legal boxing with referees, legal, in a certified gym. You have time to prepare. I have time to prepare. We go 9-minute rounds. Either one of us can throw in the towel. If it's somebody that I don't like, I say, hey, we go 9-minute rounds and nobody can throw in the towel. So if you get me down and you stomp me, I'm dead. I get you down and I stomp you, I'm dead. You're dead. That's how it goes. And I like to fight in the police gym where the police are there. And I like to say the rules to the police. These are the rules under which me and this guy are going to fight. Nobody can throw in the towel. Okay, you're in a sanctioned athletic contest and you get your brains kicked in. Maybe someone can stop the fight, but no one can come back and say, hey, he assaulted him, he did this, he did that, because it's legal, it's sanctioned. You got permission to fight. And that is the 1837 Georgia Lex de the Duel. Men can still duel. You just have to legally sanction it. There's problems with the Lex de la Duel, but it is still in force. So don't say all of that stuff about keyboard warriors. And then you say all of that stuff about keyboard warriors, and then you don't give a definite date when you're going to meet that content creator. You don't give a definite date when you're going to meet that other guy that's in the comment section. You don't give a definite date. You don't start to prepare, or you're not prepared, and you just, confrontations happen in life. Be a man who is prepared for battle. That doesn't mean you have to battle. Just be prepared. That was the solution, smoothly. Not going into a deep retreat, putting your little girl on the screen and putting the wife on the screen and talking about you got to take care of things that matter. If you wanted to take care of things that matter, Smooth, you shouldn't have been on the internet in the first place. Once you go into the public sphere, it doesn't matter who you are. You're going to say things that are going to upset the mentally ill. And the mentally ill are going to show up at the Washington Correspondents' Dinner because they're mentally ill. So you prepare the Secret Service because you know that mentally ill people are going to show up. You're going to run for president. You know the mentally ill are going to be out there. So the Secret Service is prepared. That's what police forces are for, because they're people that are mentally ill, that act without reason. So you have to prepare yourself for when reason fails. And trust me, it will fail. Prepare. If you are prepared and you retreat, you're going to be respected. If you issue a challenge and you cancel it, you're going to be respected. If you go into the challenge and you lose, you're going to be respected. If you go into the challenge and you win, you're going to be respected. If you talk tough and you don't issue a challenge, you retreat, you start talking about, well, you know, this and that, and I got to go back to the family and the wife and the kids. You start talking all of that stuff, you're not going to be respected. If you say you said it and you're not going to take it back, then that is the way it is. Then issue the challenge, just like I did to Matt, and prepare. Now, Matt, I'm ready. Zamboanga City. I've got a little sweetheart in Zamboanga City, and she's ready to receive me. I'm going to stay over at her house. So I got it all lined up. I got it all lined out, baby. So you want to get to Zamboanga? We're going to Zamboanga. And I'm going to tell you, you can even say, come on, gorilla, we're going to Manila. You can even say, you can even pop that off on me. But Matt, I'm gonna put these things on you if that's what you want to do. Now, 6 people have viewed the video where I say I'm gonna put the things on you, or you can put the things on me, and nobody has responded. Let's go. Let's get this done. Let's go have you knock my lights out, or I'm going to knock your lights out. That's how we do it. We don't say that the guy who's typing in the comment section is a keyboard warrior, but the coward behind the screen who's talking isn't a keyboard warrior. If they both refuse to issue a challenge, Calvin doesn't issue a challenge to this guy. This guy doesn't issue a challenge to that guy. It's like Jim, Big Jim, and Sick Grandpa got into it. Sick Grandpa issued a challenge. He said, you come to any beach in Pattaya, and I'm going to be there for you. Big Jim answered the challenge. He was like, I'm on my way on the first thing smoking. Well, Big Jim needed a corner man. So I said, hey, Big Jim, I'm riding with Big Jim. I'm going straight over there to Thailand with you, Big Jim. What messed sick grandpa up is all of the people that were talking bad about Big Jim and all of this sort of thing. Not one of them said, okay, sit one. I'm going to the beach with you. I'm going to hold your jock strap. Not one of them said that. Not one of them. So now me and Big Jim, we're isolated. We're all alone. So we can't do anything but say, hey, sick grandpa showed he had some nuts. Sick grandpa issued a challenge. He may not have carried through with it, but at least he issued it. And Big Jim and I answered it. We didn't say, oh, no, this is only the internet, blah, blah, blah. Somebody could get killed. Remember the people that got killed in Las Vegas and this and that and other. I'm in a place where there's no police force. There's no law enforcement. It's the law of the jungle in this motherfucker. So if I go out that door, I've got to be prepared. Then I went out the door, and people have brought me action. I see guys out that door, and they got full banderas, bullets from here to here. And they got automatic weapons. And they ain't shooting at cars. I've had them pull up on me. They want to do nasty things to me. Yeah. I'm in one of the most dangerous places in the world. And somebody might drop me in the next 5 minutes. Constant intimidation. Americans won't come here. Other foreign nationals won't come here. Because the place is, it can't be a battle zone. Fall asleep. But if you go out there, like me and my buddies that are down at the Unión de Deportivo, and you prepare yourself and you talk to people correctly and you respect people around here, you're not going to have any problems. And if you do have some problems, that's okay, because you brought yourself into this. Philippines is a dangerous place. So when you get on there and you talk all of that noise, Matt, and you remember that you're in the province, you're outnumbered. So what Ace is trying to tell you is that you don't ran your ass to the province because it's cheap. And all of them engines is out there waiting for you in the province. You're out there isolated, all alone. You have no help. You have no language. You have no fallback position. You can get hurt out there. That's what Ace is trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you with this challenge. I've been to the Philippines, lived in the province, been in Iligan when war has broken out. Been there, done that. But I took myself into a conflict zone, and I was prepared to deal with the consequences of being in a conflict zone. Two types of men. Men that are unprepared and men that are prepared. If you're unprepared because you have illness, sickness, whatever, and you can't prepare yourself, like that guy that's making videos in Dipolog that says he went to the Philippines and he had $40 in his pocket. What is he doing in the Philippines? What is he doing over there? He's going to get hurt. He can't prepare himself for conflict. That's just the way it is. That's a fool on the internet making videos that is going to encourage other fools to do foolish things. I'm not saying that anyone should come to this part of Mexico. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I'm willing to admit it. And I was talking to a guy the other day, and he jumped out and said cash machine in the middle of OXO. It was crazy. He had blonde hair, he had blue eyes. And he had the audacity to be afraid of me when I'm trying to show him where the damn cash machine is. I'm saying to him, look, man, I'm going to walk you to the cash machine. And the reason I was walking him to a cash machine is because with two of us, we might have a chance. One of us, there was no chance. I was trying to protect this guy, trying to cradle him. He's about 6'2", about 250, big American size. And so he, like all Americans think that he's going to beat down a little Mexican. But he's not. The Mexicans come at you not in onesies and twosies. They come at you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if it looks like you've beaten them 8, they double it to 16. And they come at you from everywhere. Whoo, 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 whoo. All angles. He didn't have any win. And yes, he was in legal enterprise. But he didn't have any Spanish, and he didn't know what the hell he was saying. And he didn't know who he was saying it to. Two types of men. Men that are prepared and men that are not prepared. If you're like the guy in Dipolog and you just have went to the Philippines and you cannot physically prepare, you're in the wrong place. You need to get the hell out of there. You need to at least get to Manila or to Cebu, where they have a medical center that can handle your type of illness. This guy has a degenerative nerve condition, and not one of you guys in the comments say to him, what in the hell are you doing in Dipolog? Do you know how far they have a bridge? They have a bridge that they now built where you can cross a channel of water to get from the other part of Mindanao, from like Cagayan de Oro, Iligan, and they have a bridge where you can cross that bridge. But in the old days, it was a 23-hour ride to Dipolog. If that bridge goes out, for whatever reason, someone, the MPLA, the Mordor Liberation Army, they stop traffic on the bridge. Now this guy has a 23-hour round trip in his condition. What is he doing in Dipolog? So the lesson here is, again, there are men that are prepared and that can prepare. And there are men that are unprepared and cannot prepare. The doctor that's up in Angeles City, I'm sure he was a fine doctor. But when he says, and this is why I don't watch him anymore, when he says, I'm not going to tell anybody not to come to the Philippines, that's malpractice. And he's not practicing, but that's malpractice. Some people should go to the Philippines, and some people shouldn't. Some people can deal with Mexico and Boys Town, and some people can't. So I can't jump on the internet and say, hey, everyone come to Chicago Club in Tijuana. Not everybody should be at Chicago Club in Tijuana. I can't jump up here and say, everybody come to Zona de la Rosa in Mexico Ciudad. I can't say, do an Austin Harleman and say, everybody come to Copacabana. No. Brazil is an inferno. It's an inferno. Be prepared. And stop with all of that keyboard warrior shit. Both the guy that's making the video and the guys that are making the comments, both can be accused of being keyboard warriors. What you do is that if you have a beef, settle it smoothly. Set an appointment. Don't just talk to the guy. I'm going to set an appointment for the fight. Then if you decide that you don't want to fight, now we can talk. But my mind is made up that we're going to fight because I'm preparing for the fight. Because you said stuff that meant fight, 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 fight. You said it. Just like I can't take shit back, you can't take shit back, Mike. You put a strike on the guy, that means fight. That's what it means to him. And you can say all you want, well, okay, Smooth Lee is petty and his culture is petty and Jamaicans don't understand and Islanders don't understand. You can say all of that you want to. But you knew who you were addressing when you addressed him. So all of y'all can say, well, okay, well, the guy in Mexico, he's got a racial mindset in his thinking of the worst element. Well, look, you know what's going to trigger the other guy. So if you say something that's going to trigger me, then I've got to prepare to deal with you because you triggered me. If I say something to trigger you, you've got to prepare to deal with me. That's just the way it is. Nothing can change that. That's nature, gentlemen. So Smooth, I'm going to send this video directly to you. You don't have to watch it. But Smooth, your body is right. You can box 9 rounds. You can do physical shit. Calvin ain't going to be able to hang with you. I know that. Maybe Calvin can get some of his followers to hang with you, but Calvin himself can't hang with you. So he can get on there and talk all of the nonsense that Smooth Lee, don't make comment after my comment, blah, 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 blah. But at 5'8" and 210 pounds and only walking, he's not going to come into a ring with the same level of preparation that you will, Smooth. That's just the way it is. You and Calvin have different bodies. You have different bodies. Food works in your system differently than it works in his system. And you guys grew up in different places under different lifestyles. Calvin recognizes that. You need to recognize it too. Just be prepared. That's all you got to do, baby.